Women select men to be the breadwinners. In other words, the servant. And if the man doesn't fulfill that role, there are consequences. And in this case, the consequences was death. Now, I've covered this before in my importance videos where this man who took on the house husband role got divorced by his wife. This man, she shot him dead. Now, I'm going to prove to you by listening to the court case. This is her lawyer actually admitting what the motivation was in a nutshell.
So we're not talking about a normal person here. And this is the dynamics that was happening there. He didn't do anything. He was supposed to be at home studying. All he did is stay in his room all the time. These kids were running out there by themselves. You'll hear testimony from Bree. They weren't clothed properly. They weren't fed properly. The house was a wreck.
This is from personal experience. When men take the easy road, role, I should say, all of a sudden the women are very critical. I've seen this so many times with men and women, with husbands and wives. The man takes the easy role, and all of a sudden the wife's really resentful. You didn't do this well enough. You didn't do that well enough. All she's admitting is that you got the easy job and I'm pissed off.
This guy was in his room, in his own little world the entire time.
Yeah, he was doing what housewives normally do. I've seen housewives in action. I've seen all kinds of housewives with messy houses. The men don't care. The husbands don't care. They come home and she's glad to have the wife there, right? This man hasn't done anything wrong. He just took the easy job. That pissed her off to the point of murder.
This woman was out, you're going to hear testimony, she would work
Just a minute.
from like 7 o'clock in the morning sometimes till 1 o'clock in the morning.
There you go. She's out working. He's having it easy at home. This is the issue. Nothing else they say matters. Nothing.
The next day, to try to make ends meet, he wasn't doing squat.
And by the way, remember, he was supposed to be studying. In other words, he was supposed to be working to get a new job and reclaim his breadwinner position. If the breadwinner position was so great, how come she hates it?
She was the breadwinner, and all she got from him was abuse.
No, the rest is bullshit. Everything else is a lie. She was the breadwinner. He was having the easy job. Therefore, he had to go. That's what this is about. This is further proof they don't give a shit about their children. Because this woman, she got pissed off with him. She locked him outside the house. There's her little girl, right? She's not letting her in. She doesn't give a shit about her. The children are there as tools to keep the man working. Anyway, let's hear this.
Break a window if you want to. I mean, it's your property.
Currently got me locked in the garage because earlier she broke both of the big doors, and then when I came out here to fix it after getting in the house earlier, she locked the door behind me. And then when I tried to...
What was that?
You just shot me!
Oh, I got shooting with somebody. She's driving. She just shot him. I just heard 4 shots. Sir, are you there? Sir, are you there?
And by the way, all these were shots in the back, right? What's that old expression? If you had a brain, you'd be dangerous. If women were really smart, our lives would be over. I mean, they are smarter than men in certain ways and get their way. But this woman was completely stupid. She was so angry with him of having a good time, easy time of a life. Well, she had to work, something that women do to men all the time, that she just came back and shot him in the back while he was on the phone. Everything was recorded. All she knew is that she was wronged by this man. She was wronged by this servant. He thought this was an egalitarian relationship. So she shot him in the back 4 times.
He's not answering.
September 8th, 2021, 6:22 p.m. A man named Colin Turner became trapped inside his own garage. He had his phone. He called 911. His voice was steady as he explained to the dispatcher exactly.
And notice, guys, what's going on here. She locked him out of the house. He knows she's a vicious person, or at least he doesn't want to believe she's vicious. I didn't marry someone who hates my guts because I'm male, right? She loves me. She told me so. So guys underestimate women's dangerousness constantly. Now, she locked him out of the house, and she locked him in the garage. This man was stupid enough to go out there in the first place.
Exactly what was happening.
Sheriff's Office emergency.
Hi, you guys have been out to my house twice today, and then most recently the deputy talked my wife into letting me in the house, and then
Yeah, you're out twice already, guys. And this is something they claim about women. Everything they claim about women is projection, right? They always claim that women are the ones. Why didn't they see the signs, how dangerous her husband was, right? People don't see. Actually, I can understand. I'm not really giving the police a hard time because people don't realize just how much women hate men and how much resentment is boiling underneath. So from the outside view, this is just like a couple arguing, right? They always do this. But then she explodes. Because this woman, in her mind, this is not an egalitarian relationship. It's a typical relationship where the man serves, the woman benefits. And this man is a typical man. Men get married thinking their relationships with their women are equal in any fashion.
she locked me in the garage and tried to break my arm when I was trying to get back inside. She's currently got me locked in the garage because earlier she broke both of the big doors, and then when I came out here to fix it after getting in the house earlier, she locked the door behind me.
That call lasted less than 90 seconds. What happened inside that garage is what this entire case came down to. But before we get to that, you need to know who was inside that house and everything that led to that moment. Colin James Turner was 34.
Actually, you already know. I just showed you right there. 2229. Go to 2229 in this video. That's what it was. Everything else is just window dressing. Anyway, let's hear this. Guy's 34 years old.
He had served 14 years in the United States Marine Corps as a gunnery sergeant in explosive ordnance disposal, the specialized unit responsible for finding and neutralizing bombs in combat zones.
So this guy, he went 14 years doing a dangerous job. So this woman didn't give a shit that this guy was in a dangerous job. Just pay my bills. Pay my bills. Then you have the nerve to come after serving your country. Everyone goes on about serving your country, right? And now he gets to live an easy life. That pissed her off.
He had deployed multiple times, led men under pressure, and earned commendations for his service. Then, a traumatic brain injury during training forced him into medical retirement. His rating from the Department of Veterans Affairs came back at 100%.
Jesus. So this guy did everything right. Listen to all you guys who want to get married. This guy did everything right. Except one thing. He didn't know his place. He thought this was an egalitarian relationship. It is not.
For a veteran with a spouse and 2 young children, that designation meant roughly $3,700 a month in tax-free federal compensation.
Holy shit. This is why guys join the military. It's not to fight the bad guys. It's not to, serve your country. It's get that money and bribe people like this into their lives. That's why men join the military.
Stable. Guaranteed. For life. Colin became the
guaranteed for life. So even after he's been injured, when he went home, he was still bringing that income in. So this goes beyond, being, not having an income. because he had it. This was about him living an easy life while she worked. That was all it was about.
Stay-at-home parent for his and Bree's two youngest children. JP was 4, Laney was 3. Military life had kept him away from his family for years.
Exactly. And that's the way she preferred it. Women, they marry guys like this all the time. They don't want him in the house. The house isn't for him. The house is for her. And the children are allowed. But the house belongs to her. Why do you think women marry like sports stars? It's not just the status. The sports stars are out there like 6 months, whether you're a hockey player or baseball player, for 6 months, you're out of the house. She doesn't have to see your face. She didn't have to look at this man's face. That's the way she wanted it. Be gone, be earning for me.
Now he was trying to make up for that lost time. By the fall of 2021, he had been accepted into Johns Hopkins University's master's program in
Oh, by the way, this isn't lost time, right? This is time demanded by the wife. It was demanded by her.
electrical engineering, one of the most competitive graduate programs in the country. Bree Kristen Kuhn was 37. She joined the Navy in 2012 after graduating from East Mississippi Community College. 17 years in uniform. Chief Petty Officer, a rank earned through years of performance evaluations, selection boards, and command trust. Stationed at Naval Air Station Pensacola, she managed and trained junior sailors. She held a security clearance and had real authority over the people under her command.
Hey, this must be that glass ceiling these women talk about, guys. The glass ceiling, right? I guess the glass ceiling must have forgotten this woman. If you want to know if a woman is on your side at all, ask her if she believes in the glass ceiling. If she says yes, she is your oppressor. She is your class enemy. Glass ceiling doesn't exist. It never did.
As an E7 with 17 years of service, her base pay was roughly $5,100 a month. Her housing allowance for dependents in the Pensacola area added another $1,800.
Oh.
Combined with Colin's VA benefit, the household was bringing in roughly $10,000 a month. A co-owned home in Gulf Breeze.
Still, if you do the math, she was probably out earning him. That pissed her off. Women don't marry men because they say, oh, we want to be a happy family and we're a unit and we're working together to make stuff. No, they have this happy home, or if they have a great home, it's not happy for her because the whole thing is that he has to be working for her. That's what the relationship is.
Schools, safe streets. By most measures, it looked like a stable foundation. They met at Pensacola. Both have...
Well, it was stable while he was out grinding away. What made it unstable is that he had an easy life that pissed her off.
Children from previous relationships. They married. They built something together. But by September 2021, that
was what they say about the children. They had children from previous relationships. I want to hear that.
By most measures, it looked like a stable foundation. They met at Pensacola. Both have children from previous relationships.
You see, guys, they both have, like, these women, like, guys take what they can get. They don't think, hey, this woman has already ditched a partner. They don't think that. They just think, hey, that guy was probably a bum, and I'm the good guy, right? Though this guy knows her partner, and he knows he isn't a bad guy, right?
They married. They built something together. But by September 2021, that life was coming apart.
No, they didn't build something together. She understood he worked for her. That's what that was.
From Bree's version of events, the marriage had been broken for a long time. She claims that Colin's brain injury had changed him, made him volatile, dangerous, that she had been living with that fear for years.
Well, he was at home having an easy time. That's what it did. It got him out of the grind, and she was still grinding. She can't have that. That's the death penalty.
But the record told a different story before September 8th even began. In the months leading up to that day, Bree had been placed on limited duty status at Naval Air Station Pensacola. Her command confirmed the designation was connected to mental health struggles. She had also gone through...
I actually believe mental health struggles, right? It can happen to you at any time. and she's working in the military, I could see that after a long time. She put a lot of years in there. But that does not have anything to do with why she murdered this man. Don't let anyone try to make that excuse.
A serious mental health crisis earlier that year, something Colin had already mentioned to law enforcement during the first visit to the house that day.
See, guys do this all the time. Make excuses for the women's terrible behavior. Notice her mental issues weren't a problem until he got to stay at home.
Keep that in mind. On that Wednesday morning, Bree did not report for duty. By noon, the tension inside Jenks' drive home had reached a breaking point. Colin wanted to take JP and Lainey to stay with his parents in Georgia. Bree refused. At 12:53 p.m.
Oh, by the way, it's a complicated channel. Fantastic channel. He asked me, he said, you know, when guys stay in sexless marriages, because it was on the sexless marriage video of mine, he said, maybe it's cheaper to keep her. I said, no. This guy, he was leaving. Men stay in sexless marriages because they want to. When men actually want to leave, they do. And this is the other thing. He just couldn't take it anymore. He was taking what he thought was his children away with him. And notice, guys, this is how they paint men. That the man is abusive, the wife leaves, she wants to take her children, and then he takes her life and his and with the children, right? But it's the other way around. This woman is not going to be paying child support. Child support is for the male servant class. She's going to commit murder before that happens.
p.m., Bree called 911 first.
Sheriff's office, emergency. Hi, can I have a police officer come to my address? 6184. Okay, what's going on? My husband pushed me up against the wall and threw me on the floor. Okay. Does anyone?
Okay, this is all lies. All lies. She's making. We know. You watch this video. What's this? This is a great channel from Women of Crime. You know that these are all lies. Women lying about their men, the men that they're so intimate with, is standard. It's standard.
Anyone have any weapons? No, there's guns in the house. And what's your first and last name? Bree Coon.
Let's see. Get past that. Get past that.
Okay. Hey, Miss Bree. Hey, I'm Deputy Hartbarger.
Okay, this is important in that she has no proof, so the officer knows she's lying.
Call us?
Yes.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
And I don't want them to go.
What's that?
I don't want him. I don't want him taking my kids. I have.
There you go. It's not she was abused. She doesn't want him taking the kids. I don't blame her. Fathers don't want their kids taken away from them. But society is happy to have that happen. Right?
Appointments with attorneys. I don't want him in the house. He raped me over the weekend. I just want
You got any marks anywhere?
Unit 104, booking and for.
10-4, thank you. You mind if we look and check? I mean, because if you got any marks anywhere, I mean, you got any bruises or anything?
No, it was just today because he just pushed me up against this doorway and threw me down on the bathroom floor.
You don't have any redness anywhere?
You know, I mean,
The woman wasn't smart enough. There are smarter women, though. They'll actually beat on themselves. I saw one woman actually putting bruises on herself to claim that, that he showing marks, right? To be able to say, hey, here's my proof. This woman was too stupid to do that. The only thing that's saving this man from criminal charges is the fact that she's not too bright.
No scratch marks. I'm gonna say because I need something, because to prove a battery. I mean, anybody can say anything, but if you had some marks or some video or there was a third party witness.
Does it when nobody can see it.
The problem is I got to be able to prove it. That's why I'm asking if you got marks or bruises or anything. Anyway, I need something.
These male cops, by the way, they love jailing men, so he's basically begging her, right?
Else.
So next time I'll just make sure that he punches me in the face.
That's not what I'm saying at all. But I mean, it doesn't matter what you or I know. If I can't prove it, it doesn't go anywhere in court.
I hope he's just kind of playing up to her side. Well, you and I know. He knows he doesn't know anything. That's why he's asking for proof, right?
Does that make sense?
It does.
There was no physical evidence of an altercation, no visible injuries, no sign that anyone inside the house had been hurt. So the deputies cleared the scene and left. 2 minutes later, Colin sent a text message to Hardy Joyner, the biological father of Bree's older daughter, Kylie. Hey man, Bree's losing it. She ran my laptop through the dishwasher last night because I turned the Wi-Fi off. I'm planning...
Wow, exactly. So he put up boundaries and she said, no, I'm in charge. I'll destroy your stuff, right? This is a very typical male-female dynamic, everyone. All you guys who want to pretend that it's not, forget it. But he knew this guy. He's talking and saying, hey, man, she's breathing. So her ex-husband, he knows is a good guy. Right? She didn't leave him because he was abusive, did she?
on getting out of here with the little kids, but she's already...
But she got tired of that guy and just dumped him. Eric Schiedler. Women get married knowing they're going to get divorced.
already told me she'll press charges if I take Kylie with me. I don't know what you can do legally, but I wanted to give you a heads up. Keep that text in mind, because it would matter later. By 5 p.m., Bree locked him out of his own home. He had been standing in the driveway for hours.
Yeah, why is he... guys are like deers in the headlights when it comes to their women. Because they know how they feel about their women, and they want to believe that their women feel the same way about them. So he doesn't see any of this coming, does he? In spite of the fact that she put his laptop through the washer, right?
Time, he was the one who called 911.
My wife has locked all the doors and said I'm not allowed to come in. So I'm outside with my daughter screaming that she wants to go inside and I can't.
Okay, what's your...
Hear that? That's her daughter screaming. What I say, guys, the women don't give a shit about the children. They don't do. The children are just tools to get what they want. It's the dad here who cares about the children. The wife doesn't care about them at all. She never did.
Yeah, y'all have already been out here once today.
Yeah, and you said that now your wife is not allowing you to come outside?
Yeah, so we got that. We'll skim ahead. See what she has to say.
Had been in contact. Well, he had been in contact with my command.
Okay.
So he said that there's allegations of emotional abuse.
Okay.
So obviously I don't want him in there.
Okay.
So he contacted her command and said she was abusing him. So that's the death sentence, guys. Him and I are arguing with the kids. I want him out. So she could just stop arguing. So again, the kids are a tool for her to use to harm her man. The kids mean nothing to her.
You know, him and I arguing in front of the kids, so I locked him out.
I don't know if you overheard what I told him. It's his house too, right?
And she's supposed to be mentally ill. She doesn't seem like it to me, does she, guys? Seems like she just hates her man.
He lives here too? So we can't lock each other out of the house. I mean, if we do, he's got every right to enter the house however he's got to enter the house.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, all right. And same thing, if you change the locks, he's got every right to get in the house however he's got to get in the house, okay?
Okay.
If he lives here, he's got property here. For the betterment of your daughter, whatever you guys got going on, you got to put aside for the kids. You see
Well,
what I'm
I
saying?
agree, but he told me not to talk to him. So
Okay.
I'm not going to let him in the house if he's going to come in and start.
He told me not to talk to him, so she could just do that. In her mind, she loves the drama. He's got to pony up. She wants these endless arguments. She doesn't care that the kids are suffering. This guy has to obey. So if he doesn't obey, he gets kicked out. He gets punished.
Okay.
Start arguing.
But at the same time, that's leaving the child. I mean, that's kind of leaving the child out here fend for herself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. So
Okay.
I don't want him to do that.
Okay. But, I mean, I can't stop him from going inside the house.
Oh, that's fine. I just wanted him to speak to me so that she's not out here.
Okay.
They said earlier that since I didn't have any bruises, and there was nobody to witness him getting physical with me.
The officers left again after it appeared they had managed to calm things down between the couple. Less than 2 hours later, Colin was back inside the house.
Again, guys, notice this is what they argue with women, like the feminist. They'll say, oh, if a man and woman are arguing, the police should just go and arrest the man, no matter what. He's obviously a danger, right? But it turns out it's the other way around. The women are far more dangerous, or at least they're dangerous with greater frequency.
Then Bree locked him in the garage, and at 6:22 p.m., he made that one final call.
Sheriff's Office emergency.
Hi, you guys have been out to my house twice today, and then most recently the deputy talked my wife into letting me in the house, and then she locked me in the garage and tried to break my arm when I was trying to get back inside. She's currently got me locked in the garage because earlier she broke both of the big doors, and then
again, she's not very bright. She should have stole his phone, right?
when I came out here to fix it after getting in the house earlier, she locked the door behind me.
He was still on the call when the door behind him opened.
And then when I tried to...
What was that?
You just shot me!
Oh, I got the shooting. Somebody...
4 times. She really wanted to make sure he was dead. Again, guys, if you watch this video, they'll tell you it was behind. It's all in the back. And that's why she had no chance. She wasn't even smart enough to get his attention to get him to turn around so she could shoot him in the front and then tell her lies. That he came at her with some kind of object. She was too stupid. All she was id, right? Id, super ego. All she knew is that this guy, this servant didn't know his place. I'm going to end him.
Driving. She just shot him. I just heard 4 shots. Sir, are you there? Sir, are you there? He's not answering.
Deputies arrived just 4 minutes later.
Can we open this?
It was already too late. Colin Turner was dead on the garage floor.
I don't know.
You can see what happens. It all started when he came home and started living an easy life. That was the real issue. Then he also wasn't putting up with her and put boundaries and acted like he was her equal. And of course, that led to her fighting him constantly and making life miserable. So he's going to leave with the children. And in her mind, the children belong to her. They're not even human beings. They're just objects she owns. You don't leave me. My ego is too fragile for that. She was making all kinds of money. All she had to do was continue on with her life. She's a woman, so even if most likely they wouldn't even make her pay child support. And if they did, they wouldn't make her take a 3rd job like they do guys, make her live in her car. That's what guys get. But none of this A led to B, led to C. When he made that call, they already had 2 calls, right? So she knew if she was too deep in, he was going to get away with those children. They had too much proof of her bad behavior. She saw what was coming. She wasn't mentally ill. She was just a nasty anti-male woman, and he was going to die for this.
I don't know who he is, but he's in the garage.
Now, I'll get to the part where they say she shot him in the back. Right here.
The medical examiner was clear.
Any doubt in your mind whatsoever that the wounds in Mr. Turner's back are entrance wounds?
I have no doubt whatsoever.
That is the moment the self-defense argument began to collapse. And then came what she said at the station. At the station that night, detectives gave...
That's all we need to know. You guys are free to come to this video and watch the whole thing yourself. This woman, she was too stupid to control herself. She was too stupid to do what most women do and provide lies, right? Provide some kind of fake evidence that she was being abused. Because society would love to say that this guy was just a abusive, bad man, and this woman gets to go off scot-free. But I'm going to end with the most important part. Again, what was the issue? What started all this? He got to live an easy life when he got that injury, and she had to continue grinding. And that was too much for her. End of story.